Your brain is running a creation economy without a production department, which is a problem. That's how inflation happens, right? So what's the result? Nothing ships, nothing lands, nothing compounds. Hey squirrels, welcome to ADHD, where ADHD isn't some clinical diagnosis, it's just life. I'm AV, your always honest tour guide through this beautiful mess. Over here, we're not about fixing yourself. We're about figuring out how to actually enjoy your life as you are. So grab a snack and let's go. Hey squirrels, today we are talking about something that every neurodivergent founder knows in their bones. Your brain is a freaking idea machine. We know this. It's the best part about you, but here's the twist, and we probably know this too. Your brain doesn't need another idea. Really, your business doesn't need another idea. It needs a product, a real offer, something that exists outside of your head, not just vibes and lists and like scribbled bits of things. If you've been stuck in the cycle of idea overload, you're not broken. You are just awesome. You're just drowning in creative data with no structure to filter it. And that's cool. We can definitely fix that because structure can be implemented, especially now, kind of in the age of AI, where people are panicking about their jobs and they're panicking about kind of shifts in companies and corporate is trying to adjust to the ever-changing structure and landscape of what is going on. You, my creative, brilliant-brained, neurodivergent baddie, are in a really, really awesome place because you bring the ideas. Like, you're the idea generator. You're the idea creator. That's awesome. However, it can also just overload you. And what do we know about ourselves? We are little dopamine bunnies. We are little dopamine chasers. So we are going to seek the thing that is going to give me the most pleasure. And the thing that's going to scratch my itch the best is generating and creating a new idea. Like, that part's the fun part. That's the part that I really want to do. The rest of it, it's not so much as fun, and I don't want to. But there's a myth and a lie that we've kind of internalized. The more ideas that I have, the more creative I am, the more successful I'll be. But for that doesn't totally apply to neurodivergent brains, because we're not talking about generating like 10 great ideas in your career. We're talking about generating 100 ideas a day. And that for us is fragmentation. It's not creativity in the positive sense of the word. Every new idea that you have splits your focus. And I hate recording this episode because I can hear my sister's voice in my mind. Do you need another idea? Do you need another thing? Do you need another? I'm like, obviously not, but shut up. I like this part. This part is fun, and there's another problem that needs to be solved. Like, there's something that we need to do. There's something that that needs to exist. But the flip side of that, and here's where she's right because she's an eternal realist, is that every half-started project erodes your confidence. And every oh my God, I could totally build this. It gives you a dopamine hit, but it doesn't build momentum. And in a business, you require momentum because that is your business success is measured in continued growth. It's measured in the curve, the upwards curve of growth that translates into dollars in your business account. Idea generation is not your problem. It's one of your strengths. But idea inflation is a problem. Your brain is running a creation economy without a production department, which is a problem. That's how inflation happens, right? We print money and money and money, but there's nothing on the other end. And then nothing has value anymore. The value dilutes because there's too much of a good thing. It doesn't have scarcity. And also you can't produce on the ideas. So what's the result? Nothing ships, nothing lands, nothing compounds. It definitely doesn't compound because nothing has really stuck. And you stay in the potential stage forever. And that's where burnout lives. And that's also where you end up with egg on your face in front of your clients. Those are the points where we get into trouble of over promising and under delivering, where you're pitching ideas to people that are not formed, that are not products, that are not like properly built out in a sustainable way that you can actually deliver on, you end up really embarrassing yourself as a business person. Okay. So what do? We apply the focus principle. We filter first, then we float. Like, clear all the obstacles out of your way and then just hit it. Just go. But first, we have to clear the obstacles out of our way. So let's revisit one of the core principles. Focus is filtering out chaos using structure. Regular neurotypical productivity advice says just pick something and stick with it. Nah, we're not doing that. Okay. If you force yourself to commit without filtering, it's going to feel like self-betrayal. You're going to hate it and you're not going to do it because your brain is going to revolt. It's going to push back against that. Filtering gives you safety and structure gives you creative parameters so that it can thrive. Okay. So here's how it works. Here's how we filter. We don't start with just picking something and building it up, right? Like, again, that's what the neurotypical advice is going to tell you to do. Pick an idea and build it from the ground up. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is look at the mess, look at all the ideas, okay? And then filter them. Here is how it works. Dump all your ideas on paper. And when I say dump, I mean like dump, like no judgment, put everything in there. It doesn't matter if it's a good idea or a bad idea. It doesn't matter if it's formed, if it's well thought out, if it's not well thought out. Like, it literally doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how feasible it is. It does not matter. You dump it on paper. No judgment. And then you filter them by criteria, not emotion. Okay. So that means that we need to establish what the criteria are. The criteria are going to be the criteria for your business or your life or whatever. This applies not only to business. This is specifically product oriented, but it applies to your life as well. You filter them by criteria and then you choose the idea that meets the criteria best, not the one that is like, that's pulling you, not the one that's easiest to scratch an itch. The one that meets the criteria best. Okay. And it's going to be okay. You know yourself and you know about yourself that whatever is in front of you is the thing that you're going to focus on. So when you make the best choice for yourself and you can rely that that is the best choice for yourself, you know it's going to be a good choice. Also, the idea is going to be a good idea. It was your idea. It's just that you're choosing which one of your ideas to focus on based on the criteria that you've established for yourself and for your business, not the emotional pull in a particular direction. Okay. So you dumped your ideas, you filtered them, you chose the idea that meets the best criteria, then you let your creativity flow into that one container. That is where your energy goes. That is where your creativity flows. Now, I will say, this is a lot easier when you are just you. When you have a team involved, there are a couple extra steps in this process, and those couple extra steps are quite challenging. This works really well if you're a solopreneur. Because otherwise you're completely fracturing yourself. You don't need less creativity. You just need fewer entry points. So anytime another idea comes, that's cool. It can go into the idea bank. It just can't pull your energy and your focus away from what you're doing right now, right? Focus, filtering out chaos using structure, right? We filter so that we can flow in the direction that we need to flow in. Let's talk a little bit about the formula, okay? There is one big formula that is very, very easy. It's the simplest way to tell whether an idea is ripe or if you're just rushing to escape something else, okay? And I am literally the most guilty of this. It's the energy plus excitement plus ease formula. So you ask yourself 3 things. Now, energy means, does this idea give me sustainable energy or is it just dopamine right now? Could I talk about this repeatedly without resentment? Is this always going to scratch an itch for me? Now, it's a little bit hard to answer that question, but not really. Not if you're actually telling yourself the honest truth. Because like I know that if I get suddenly interested in, I don't know, micro needling or like some sort of skincare or whatever, I know about myself that I'm excited about it right now and I'm not going to care about it tomorrow. There are like 3 things that I talk about over and over and over and over and over again. Reducing shame, ADHD, and systems. That's literally what I talk about all the time. And then different like variations on those things. Does this give me sustainable energy or is it just dopamine in the moment? And can I talk about this repeatedly without resentment? Okay. Energy. Excitement. Does this idea feel alive? Would I tell someone about it unprompted? Like, is it like burning in me? And then ease. Does this fit naturally with who I am as a person, with the skills I already have, and with the resources available right now? Or does it require something from me that I don't have to pull off? Do I need like a new personality or like skills that I don't possess? Yeah, I'll be able to do that really easily. I just have to learn how to actually do it. No, that's a problem. And does it match the resources that you have available right now? If the idea scores high in all three, then it's ripe. And if it scores only in excitement, then that's rushing. That is impulse. That's your brain trying to skip steps. And let's be honest, many of us have built entire chaos ecosystems off of excitement alone. But sustainable business comes from the ideas that hold you, not the ideas that chase you. So I never totally understood this thing because I literally am only interested in the things I'm interested in. But when I first started this journey, I had business partners alongside me. And the idea was that they were starting several businesses and we needed like an implementation arm. We needed virtual assistants or something similar to help us with the back end of all of these different businesses. And even at the time when they were talking about the businesses that they were going to do, it was things like resin floors, like pouring resin floors. And it was a cool idea. It's just that nobody knew how to do the thing that they were trying to sell to other people. So I was like, I mean, cool, you have to go and like learn this whole skill and you're going to be charging people to basically learn on their dime. Like it just felt weird. And ultimately, like by the grace of God, when I told them that I was focusing on this implementation arm, they interpreted that as me like stealing their business idea, and they kicked me out of the group. Which, listen, man, thank God, because that partnership was doomed from the start, considering that it literally only built on excitement. And I think that so many, for sure, new entrepreneurs and definitely neurodivergent folk, especially if you're of the ADHD flavor, were guilty of this. So how do we fix it? What do we do? Introducing the only if statement. Okay. Here is the structure that's going to tell you if an idea is worth turning into an offer. We're the best choice for insert desire audience here who want the result that we're giving them without the undesired thing that they don't want. Okay. I know that was complicated because you're not seeing this in front of you, but if your idea can't fit that sentence easily, it's not clear enough to sell yet. So let's talk about what it is. A couple of examples. We're the best choice for overwhelmed business owners who want consistency without hiring a full-time team, right? We're the best choice for neurodivergent founders who want structure without feeling trapped. We're the best choice for creative ideators who want implementation without fractured delivery. And let's take just any generic example. I am a hairstylist. We're the best choice for straight-haired women who want vibrant hair colors without hair damage. Whatever it is. It forces clarity. It forces positioning. It forces you to know exactly who the product is for. It's not for everyone. It's not for people who need help. It's not for women in business. It is for someone. And you need to own who it is for. When your idea fits the sentence, your product finally has a spine. And this isn't the same as your like mission statement or your vision statement. This is for your product. It can't be, this is an app for people who need help doing stuff without pain. What is that? That doesn't mean anything. And I genuinely know. I know I'm like yelling at y'all a little bit. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be yelling. Got a little overexcited. Please excuse me. I know that your ideas are good. I know this because I'm literally talking to myself also. I know that your ideas are good, and I know that it is tempting to build them all at once. And I know that they all have potential. Like I know they're genuinely good ideas. They really, really are. However, one offer built well teaches you more than 10 ideas that are half built. And here's what most people won't tell you. Your progress does not come from ideas, okay? It comes from data. It literally does not matter how excited you are, how excited you can get other people to be, how much hype surrounds the product, how much people are really excited about the idea and they can't wait to use it. Progress does not come from ideas, and it certainly does not come from excitement or likes. It comes from data. And you don't get data from building 10 half offers. You get data by launching one offer, refining one offer, selling one offer, improving one offer, delivering one offer. Okay? Unless you have the resources to do a bunch of things all at once. If you want a different team to build out the different products all simultaneously, listen, hit me up. But Alista's got your back. We can set you up beautiful teams to build your products out. However, each one really does require its own team. And that silo, that direct channel, and let's assume that you are a solopreneur, you are doing it on your own. So one thing, you have to learn what people ask. You learn what they need. You'll learn what you're good at delivering. You'll learn what drains you. You'll learn what lights you up. And then you can iterate on that. One offer teaches you more about your business than 10 ideas sitting in a Google Doc. Because momentum comes from completion. It comes from the movement, from stuff actually getting done, not from creation. And I know that it's difficult because we don't interpret like a job well done, the satisfaction of a job well done the same way. We don't get the dopamine from the completion. But you know when you do get from completion? You get relief. Your brain gets relief when something is finished, not when something is imagined. It gets dopamine when it's imagined for your creative brain. And it gets relief and like the ability to just like exhale when something is finished. So if you are listening to this and you are thinking to yourself, okay, cool, I get it, but how do I choose? I still don't understand how to choose. That is why I created the Offer Spark Sprint. It is a short, powerful sprint. And by sprint, I mean like short period of time where you work hard at one thing. It's a short, powerful sprint where we help you filter your ideas using real criteria and choose the one idea that's ripe for momentum right now. You shape it into a real offer and get it ready to launch by Q1. There's no more floating ideas, no more half-built concepts, no more dopamine chaos. It's time to break the pattern that isn't serving you. Just pick one idea. It's just one idea that is built, validated, and ready to move. Okay? It's enough. We don't have to catch them all. This isn't Pokemon. Your brain doesn't need another spark. It needs, and never mind your brain. Your wallet doesn't need another goddamn idea. It needs a product that actually exists outside of your head. So please, just as a favor to me, okay? If not for yourself, do it for me. Grab the Offer Spark Sprint. Please choose the idea that's right now. And let's get you moving. Let's get you moving towards a real offer by Q1. Squirrels, I love you a lot. I'm going to catch you next time. And please give yourself the gift of a fatter wallet in 2026. The Offer Spark Sprint, just grab it. It's for you. Take it. Use it. Until next time. Bye, squirrels.